Mike is in fact the first one to realise that the straw is there for nesting, and you saw him singing to the bird behind. That's Rosie. Unfortunately, Rosie takes absolutely no notice, I'm afraid. Look! It's Trio and Rosie. And they are together in the coconut nest. Yes, societies, yes! Time for them to breed. There's the coconut nest. And they look very happy in there. Mike and Bonnie were also in the nest earlier on, but not at the same time, and I do just wonder if there's going to be a clash of ownership over this nest. Anyway, it didn't end up well, because Bonnie wanted the bell that's on the string in the nest, and Mike did not, and Bonnie would pull it in and Mike would pull it out, and they ended up having a bit of a spat. And now Bonnie's on the swing and Mike's at the other end of the perch. I'm very pleased by this indeed. Very pleased. And now all three of them are in the nest. Somehow Mike, this one, has managed to squeeze himself in with what I'm hoping is going to be my breeding pair. Rosie is so tired she's actually still asleep whilst I'm talking. But Trio at the end there, he's awake. Mike's awake. And Bonnie's still down here sat on her own now. But she was sat in the nest earlier. Thankfully I haven't actually seen all four of them in the nest at the same time. I don't really think there's going to be much room. I'm not quite sure how this breeding pair is going to manage to raise a clutch of chicks when they seem to pass the ownership of this nest around sort of willy-nilly, really. It doesn't seem to be anybody's, it seems to be owned by the whole lot of them. My other real problem is that I can't be sure, but it just feels to me like the coconut is larger than it was before, and I'm a little bit concerned that at some point the bottom's going to drop off. Because I'm sure that crack there wasn't anywhere near that big before. But then having said that, they have been sort of chewing the edges a little bit. I don't think there's much of a concern yet. I'm going to keep watching and just see what happens. Because the other thing is that the coconut is sort of free to move a little bit, so it may just have shifted a little bit to the sort of this side. I think that's more really what's happened, but I'm not sure it's designed to carry the weight of 3 society finches. I don't know if it's possible to see from above or not, because I don't really want to do anything that's going to sort of disturb them too much. But it may be possible if we sort of just go over the top. There, you can see a bit better now. All 3 societies are crammed in this little coconut. At least they've taken to it. I'm quite pleased that they've managed to take to it, to be honest, because I wasn't sure if they would. There we are, see. It seems to be okay. It does seem to be okay at the moment. I'm just keeping my eye on this because I don't see how they're going to be able to breed inside this coconut with all three of them choosing to be in there and choosing to be okay with that. Really. But anyway, at least Bonnie's acting normally.